that's useless. Cool. Just roll with it.
Yeah. Welcome back to another episode, a full episode of the Knife Nuts podcast. And as you can see, Brian is here, but as you can't see,
you still can't
Jake
see me?
is also here.
Well, fix it.
Someone play that Stain song.
What do you want to do? Should I reload the page?
I can't
Should
fix
I
it.
reload
You
the
fix
page?
your goddamn internet. Don't reload the page. That sounds very scary.
Don't do that.
Oh,
Don't
it's
do
been
that.
a while.
Yeah. So, thank you for bearing with us. We had Blade Show not so long ago. Those of you who've been following our YouTube channel, Dave and I have tried to put out some pretty consistent content on there, but it's been at least 2.5 months since we've been able to get everybody together. There were a couple vacations in there, and after Blade Show, I got to tell you, I went through a little bit of a over-knifing. Not say that I was stabbed several times, but just a little knifed out, if that makes any sense.
Well, also
I had
career change into knives makes knives a little less fun.
That's true. I'm, just trying to, since I spend so much time in the knife world, it's trying to make it pay the bills is a whole other ballgame.
There he is.
Hey, welcome
Ruin
back.
the hobby, probably. Let's
I'm
pretend it
still,
won't.
so far so good. I'm still enjoying every minute of it because I'm trying to make, bring some cool stuff that you can't get anywhere. I have some neat stuff coming too. I just ordered some new things today.
Some more goofy Russian shit?
Goofy Russian shit.
Not a bad way to
Yay.
go,
Everyone
Yes.
loves that.
honestly.
Yes. No.
It certainly stands out.
But yeah, Brian and I were at Blade Show. It was really great to see everyone there. Brian, what was your take on it?
Yeah, it was great.
Mm-hmm. That's all you're going to get.
What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say?
It wasn't a disaster, which I guess is probably what my instinct was going to be.
It was definitely a lot less people there than years past. A lot less vendors there. But,
Which meant the temperature control was also quite nice in there.
Yeah, this was the first year I've been there where it wasn't hot as balls in there.
Unlike the fact that I had to turn off my air conditioning in here. Look, I'm glistening.
Levon is suffering for his art.
Oh,
Yeah, the
Why?
neck grease must have really been under control this year.
it was. And it was great because I still didn't get to see everybody I wanted to see. I tried to split my time up half and half between Brian's booth and walking around and meeting people. It's crazy. Like it's still the biggest show. You just cannot see everything, even no matter how hard you try.
Yeah.
If you want to sit and talk to anybody, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to have like any meaningful connection with anyone, and I have to thank everyone who took the time to come to the booth and say hi to us. DLT Trading, River's Edge Cutlery, all of the dealer sponsors that we have made sure they took the time to come and see us, which really, really meant a lot. And not to mention the amount of fans and makers who came to say hi as well.
I was blown away by some of the people that said they listened to the show. I was like, really, this guy? We would never think in a million years.
Yeah, exactly. And it didn't help. Like one of the best things was that the name tag that you provided to me said Sal on it. So
Salami.
Salami. Yeah. And so one of the things I did make sure I did was go to the Spyderco booth. And normally I'm just there to check in with, the guys who are always at the show. Of course, this is the one time I'm there where Sal and Eric are there. And I'm having a nice conversation with them. And Sal looks at me and points at my name tag. He goes, "I'm Sal too." I'm like, "Oh, no,
Poor man.
no, I'm not. I'm sorry, Mr. Glesser. I'm not Sal. My name's Levon. This was, a horrible joke." And he was like, "Oh, I see, salami." We used to, and then he went on to this whole story, because he's an older guy. They like to tell these stories. Started telling me stories about how he used to make up names for all his friends, and they were all like ridiculous names. So
Did you get a Sal Glesser nickname?
It was already salami.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know. It was a particularly heartwarming conversation.
What a lovely.
Could have gone
old
way
man.
worse.
You're welcome.
Yes. Oh, I don't get starstruck, but I was definitely excited to meet Sal.
He's not usually there, right? That was new or unusual? Yeah, because they usually do IWA in Germany, and that definitely didn't happen this year.
I was really happy to meet him.
I am really happy about how much media you guys partook in, even if it was incredibly awkward, and I refused to watch it.
Yeah, I can't watch them either, but I had a great time. I mean, obviously Blade HQ, like, I spent a lot of time hanging out with the Blade HQ guys. But I also loved my time at the end of the show hanging out with River's Edge Cutlery. It's just like, some people that you talk to all the time, but you feel like you've known them for a long time. That's what it's like with those folks. So between River's Edge, DLT, Blade HQ, everybody was just so cool.
Brian, how was doing the Blade HQ interview?
Not bad, because Levon, he likes to be the center of attention, so he spoke up enough where I didn't have to.
If you go on YouTube,
the only reason
the animated thumbnail is Brian looking very upset and Levon clearly taking center stage.
What am I going to do? He gets asked a question and he just sits there like,
yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
yeah.
I'm pretty sure I was fucking stoned out of my gourd on edibles at that moment. So
no, you were definitely. I was like, oh no, this is going to be bad. So maybe I had to step in a little. I just didn't want to, to go different.
I'm
direction.
very disappointed they didn't take the opportunity to do a back-to-back interview with John Gray, so that there could have been a total of maybe 6 words. Uttered by the two knife makers.
Mm.
So is this your new model? Yeah.
Yeah, but Brian did a good job.
Cool.
I just didn't want any dead air.
Yeah, no, it's it's funny.
What can I say?
Hey, well, you got the
TV.
word out there about the micros, so it got 10,000 views, so not bad.
Did it?
Yeah.
All the micros, at least the Knife Nuts ones, are now out.
Finally.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a single one on Instagram, so I don't know if they got squirreled away or something.
Blade HQ, Knife Center, and Arizona just got their last few in, so each of them
they're already gone on
so.
Blade HQ. They posted them this morning, and they were gone in 20 minutes.
Blade HQ?
I mean, that was Knife Center.
Yeah,
Might
heavy
be
Knife
Knife
Center.
Center.
I think Blade HQ doesn't get theirs until Monday or something like that.
Yeah, it was Knife Center. And I think they're already gone, unsurprisingly. I caught them earlier, but...
They had the most out of them, too, I think. They had 39 or something.
Yeah, they definitely went fast. And the few that we had at Blade Show didn't last either.
Yeah, can't complain.
I still get people texting me all the time, hey, when are the what do you call it? What's the front flipper called again? The Mini Tempests? Yeah. When are the Mini Tempests coming in? It's still September. At least that's what we're being told.
I don't have very high faith in Riyadh's timing right now, but...
Is it getting worse?
It's not getting better, that's for sure. There was some issues with damaged parts and stuff, so I get it, but there's also, I was also shorted to some this time, which has been a first. But
this was not the best go around.
No, I'm really nervous about the next one because that order was a lot bigger. And what's concerning me most is getting this material from Carbon Plate there. Because they already had some material problems, and it's like, so we'll see how it goes. But it's, I don't have much faith right at the moment with any of this, but I have too much money into it to work out. I can't pull the plug down. You got to follow it through.
Mm-hmm. I'm confident that everything will still go as planned.
I'm sure I'll get them all. I'm sure everything will be fine. It's just, do I expect them to meet that mid-September date? With every blade hand rubbed. That's a fuck ton of hand rubbed blades. So thankfully they got 3 billion people over there.
I was going to get them kids working fast.
Well, that's what I told him. He said something to me about
that's what he told him.
This is what I told. This is what I told David.
Him that. Okay.
David typed. said, it's going to be mid-September because there's so many hand-rubbed blades. I said, well, you got, I figured out of 3 billion, whatever the billion people, 2.8 billion people or whatever it was, and I figured out their unemployment rate. I said, you got 60 million unemployed people. I said, I have confidence you can get it done.
This is the stimulus package for China, is hand-rubbing sharp by design blades.
That's it. That's going to save everyone's economy.
Save the economy. You can tell they're getting behind because nothing they showed at Blade has come out yet. None of their designs, and Leon got that one set of his knives, of his designs from last year, and I don't think a single one has shown up on his website since the little bit that he got before Blade. So.
At Blade Show, I did take a trip over to the Riot booth to handle the new models. They're nice. None of the Riot brand stuff really did anything for me specifically.
It never does. I don't know who it's for.
Do you know
I think they just do it as a vanity thing.
Isn't it David's brother?
It is, yeah. Jack Solo Designer, or whatever his name is.
Yeah, it's David's brother.
Yeah. They don't look great. I won't be too upset if they push these back.
They're not bad by any stretch of the imagination.
No, I mean the quality's certainly gonna be good. They have that one with that water flowing pattern thing that Leon
There's
is
the
gonna be using.
Jack 3 too, I think.
Yeah. Some. I mean, they look nice, but if they can't make other people's knives in time, I hope that
I did handle.
I'm okay about waiting on these.
I handled and purchased all of Liang Ma. I didn't purchase all of them, but I handled all of Liang Ma's new stuff, and it's all good.
I mean, it looks excellent. I just I don't know when he's going to get them.
I imagine pretty soon.
Okay.
At least there was stuff at Blade Show. The fact that there was stuff at Blade Show is very,
it's a promising sign.
Correct.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Other folks that I really enjoyed talking to was Matthew Martin of US. What's it called? American Blade Works. A lot of his custom knives, just constant, steady improvement from him. So I was really happy to check out those knives. And while he's still able to keep the pricing very reasonable for a USA-made, in-house product, you guys should scoop.
I really like.
Is
a lot of them are
going up.
Is it a custom or is it like a production?
He's making them. It's like a small batch production, kind of like how you used to do things.
Yeah.
But very nice stuff. I'm trying to think of what else in particular stood out to me. It's been a while now, and we do cover. We tried to cover a bit of that on the Knife Nuts Extra stuff on our YouTube channel.
Judging by what won the awards, it looks like it was just all Italian junk that was on display at Blade this year in the production knife world. So,
well, that's what was won all the awards or got any publicity. We Knives didn't have a lot of stuff out. Some of the things they showed are available now, like their Matt Christensen collabs and things like that.
The Thug and their new Laconico one is finally becoming available, the Esprit. I cannot wait to hear how many people pronounce that one wrong. They're not familiar with the Lotus.
Oh my god, I'm having flashbacks of our conversation about
it. Feels like it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah. Well, it's finally available.
No.
It's the Esprit is finally available.
It was derived from that knife, from when they showed that knife.
Yeah.
Yeah, what else?
There wasn't a lot of big stuff at Blade this year. I mean, unsurprisingly, it was a pretty tame year. Did you go to ZT's booth?
Yeah, they're
curious. They're not having the best year.
There was nothing.
Yeah, well, I mean, they've released 2 knives this year. That's it.
I mean, the big thing for me at Blade was the Deadlock Model C.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's a huge progression for not only OTS but also Gavin's in-house production. That switched to 7075 aluminum, and after the prototypes, moving to machine ground blades. So, you're getting a better knife at a lower cost. Pretty cool.
Yeah,
that was like the one thing that I knew I had to have when I went to Blade, was to get one of those.
He's going to be making these for a million years. Like, I cannot see the demand letting up on these.
Tony Marfione has one.
Good for Tony Marfione.
Yeah. Tony loves it.
that's
Every time
all
I
I'll say.
post mine on Instagram, Tony's like, I love mine. You know, that's high praise, right?
Yeah.
Interesting stuff. I believe it was gifted to him by Jeremiah of PBK Vegas and Blade.
That was nice of Jeremiah. I mean, he certainly sells enough Microtech, so.
Bladeology podcast. My brain just stopped.
Oh, speaking of them, Elijah has a new knife coming out finally.
Yeah, it looks good.
The Lazar, I believe it's called. It looks awesome. It's a Civivi.
It should just be called Laser.
Yeah, you know, that's what probably everyone's going to call it anyway, so.
It's definitely Lazar.
But I'm glad that he has another design coming out, because he kind of disappeared for a while.
Well, his Civivi collabs, especially the McKenna, very, very nice. And this is more in that vein.
Yeah, this is another Civivi, but it looks it's a good design.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
Indeed.
And it comes in purple.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff. It'll probably come to me as we continue. Jake, what have you been up to?
Wow, you're really not going to say Porsche? You're going to say Porsche? I thought you were a real rear engine man.
Yeah. It's a very boring response I have to Porsche versus Porsche. I just say both. Whatever comes out of my mouth is what came out of my mouth. I don't know. It's ready. Like, I could start it and drive it right now. Haven't yet.
So the steering
New
wheel
steering
back
wheel.
in?
Keep in mind, he could start it and drive it when it arrived. It was.
Yeah,
it went through. It could start and drive.
It
Couldn't
got
start and
Jacobified.
drive, and then now it can start. Now
this
it can start
time
and
with
drive again.
significantly fewer issues.
That was my phone falling off my desk.
And a lot more confidence that it's mechanically right and aesthetically, and it just fits me better. I mean, the steering wheel,
Has the
it was a game changer, because my knee, and the steering wheel and the clutch could not coexist together. All three of those things were not. They didn't get along together. Something had to go, and it was 20 millimeters worth of steering wheel that had to go. So, the factory steering wheel is just.
that sounds like a safe modification.
Well, I mean, whatever. For something that's going to get driven, it's going to get driven 1,000
All right,
miles a
don't
year.
end up
I'm
like
not
Ryan
worried about
Dunn.
it.
We did go on a hair raising.
That wasn't safe.
Journey with a
that was
halfway
like,
bolted
that was
in
just-
steering wheel.
That was just like
No.
hand tight on there.
We were also under the influence of not alcohol.
Poison.
This is not looking good for you.
No.
Move on from that one.
No. Well, I was. I don't know if Jake was.
It has been
Jake
poison.
was not.
But I ate some mushrooms. And then we went on a journey. It's just like it was like a little around the block thing. It wasn't even much of a thing. I think he actually maybe he tickled Redline.
First time I
when we
hit the
accidentally
rev
got on the
limiter
highway.
in that car, actually. It's soft. It's nice.
Have
I
you
didn't
replaced
to.
the IMS bearing?
Why would you ask a question like that?
Don't all 996s need that as a preventative maintenance?
Yes.
Oh, someone already did it.
Did you guys race yet?
It wouldn't be much of a race.
Yeah. But where is the engine on your car, Levon?
It's in the front like a peasant.
Yeah, so doesn't matter. Already doesn't matter.
Don't even. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Porsche.
When you go into the tree backwards, you won't have an engine protecting you. So when Jake goes backwards into a tree, at least he'll have that flat six there,
Yes. Now,
letting the tree
granted,
know that
those
he's not a peasant.
996s they pull very strong. I love that motor.
Yeah, they're great. They're finally getting some
Very pleasantly
appreciation.
surprised with how it drives.
The only 996 Cabrio I ever drove was a turbo.
Did it belong to a girl?
Yeah,
It was faster. No.
I've been in the only 911 I've ever been in is a 996 turbo. It was
It
fun.
also had a tune and like
Hey.
all sorts of other stuff. I think it was making like 600 and something
And
horsepower.
the only Porsche that
Yeah,
I had been
yeah.
in before this one
Quick second.
had 600 horsepower.
What's up, Brian?
In the top left corner of my screen of my video, it says this recording has failed and is stopped. Please check the host sidebar for more information. I don't know. It might have been like that since we started, though. So I don't
Yeah, it seems like it's going okay so far on my end. So
Yeah. All right.
let's just roll with it and hope it's,
Mine also looks like it's good. So
all right. So hopefully this is
it should be all right. If Dave sees it, everything is okay. It should be good.
Should we, in the knife world, return to the always terrible Blade Awards?
Yeah,
We got to see him.
Did you?
Yeah. So I sent a link in the chat. I will resend it. I'll also send it in Hangouts because there we go. And now
God,
everyone
it's so
should have
nice to
access
have
to this.
a computer that actually does things. I got to tell you, those Paragons are pretty cool. Like, I just saw those on like these fancy ones with the titanium. They're like $700, $800, but at least it's a little bit. I'm sorry.
What prompted talking about Paragon?
It's because I feel like I'm sorry. I was. It was a huge mistake. Do you see these Fox knives here?
Yeah, it's because the Blade Show Knife of the Year, the Fox Saturn, looks like that Paragon.
Looks like
knife,
that Paragon.
the gravity
So-
knife. Yeah.
It just screwed me over. But there are. Hold on a second. Let me look something up, so I'm not going crazy.
Blade Show has gotten so lazy that this is not only just the Knife of the Year; it's also the imported Knife of the Year.
I hate it. I don't know what else to say.
Can they make it more transparent that the Italian company, that they have some kind of deal worked out with the Italian companies, that they win every single award every year? Like, can it be any more obvious?
It's kind of odd that they'll let their entire show be sponsored by China, but they won't give China any manufacturing awards.
Or any of these knife... Well, okay, so they gave the Civivi Elementum Best Buy. Woo.
That's the
Here, check this out.
kit.
Tell me I wasn't being confused.
Yeah,
for
it
no
looks
reason.
like the Paragon Warlock a little bit.
Yeah, but look at this one. These are titanium ones.
Oh yeah, I mean, I wouldn't pay $770 for a gravity knife, but it is a nice gravity knife.
It's a very nice gravity knife.
What do you?
Yeah, it's very cool. And apparently they're pretty well made.
I love the name of the kitchen knife. Oh my god, the meat.
Yeah, the meat crafter.
My mom is trying to get
Benchmade.
into the
Isn't
basement
that
right
the
now.
Benchmade? I still
Yeah,
want
the-
one of those.
The Benchmade Meat Crafter won Kitchen Knife of the Year, which I'm not mad at because honestly, like that award it's whatever. Maybe Matthias should have won it because he's doing pretty well with the Bowie chef.
Yeah, but you know that's part of the issue. There is that won't win.
Yeah, he's actually got the whole new line of the Bowie chef.
Yeah,
knives coming out
on Kickstarter for an entire set.
Yeah. Okay, so the Fox Saturn won Best Knife of the Year. I don't know, like,
No,
what
thanks.
is?
Did anyone
what is-
actually? Do you know anyone that actually bought one of those?
It's a prototype, apparently.
Well, didn't they have? This is the second time that knife with that opening mechanism has come out, and it won at Blade Show last year.
Yeah, the radius folding lock. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they just like Fox or some other junk Italian company just wins every year. I don't. I mean, look at these other ones. Mazarin won for most innovative imported design for the D-Dut. Who the fuck has ever heard of this thing? What is this? It's got a screwdriver built into it. What do you fucking do? Like, where do they come up with these things? I don't understand. I want to see this. Okay, so V Knives won the most innovative American design, and we've certainly made fun of some of their stuff before, but
They're getting better.
yeah, Mike. Apparently, the guy that runs the company is really nice. So,
He is cool.
I'm gonna be honest. This is not doing it for me.
The Manufacturing Quality Award went to Heretic Knives.
I've never handled one, so I really can't comment on it. But I am little shocked
imagine,
by that
You can
one.
imagine that they feel similar to another American brand that has a lot of pull in the industry.
And maybe also makes out the fronts.
Correct.
Okay.
They may or may not be related by
Yeah.
blood.
Apparently,
Not that Heretic Knives doesn't deserve it. I'm just being.
I'm sure they're decent. I've never handled one. They look good on paper, but
and they've
all
only
right.
gotten better. I will put that out there.
I'm glad ProTech won for the investor/collector knife of the year because the Malibu is really nice. But like the collaboration of the year is another Mazarin knife that no one has ever seen before.
It's by Sergio Consolio.
What? Yeah, naturally.
I actually kind of like the way it looks.
It looks like it's from Architect. I mean, not Architect. It looks like it's from Artisan Knives. And I don't say that as a compliment.
I think it looks slightly better than that.
I'm not sold on that being the collaboration of the year.
I'm definitely not sold on that. But as far as the design goes, it has a
All
little
right,
more.
go look at the specs.
Okay.
I can't imagine that-
chart of specs underneath. It's D2, it's 235 millimeters titanium. But look at the last
Titanio.
one. No.
C.
Yes.
Now, did you click translate
Is-
to English? Because it says closable. Yup.
No.
Closable.
For me, it says yup.
Uh-huh.
Y-U-P. Yeah.
Really?
Super fun.
I just sent another link that has pictures of all the knives, so you don't have to follow other things in order to see them. I'm going to be honest. I'm not really sure what is innovative about the V knives thing that makes it the most innovative American design. But whatever. Take
Did you
the
say you
award if
sent
can get
another
it.
link? Oh, okay.
Yes.
You did.
It has pictures, and it looks like for Heretic they're highlighting that side opening auto, the little kind of chunky one, which does look really well made. So I'll give them that.
And I can tell you that Case Knives flipper
Yeah.
does not feel good.
I am not surprised by that
No.
in the slightest.
At least the V Knives has some
Something going on.
something going on. I didn't actually see that one at the show.
But the custom awards are always pretty good. And scrolling through those all look really good.
Yeah. Can we talk about a couple of these?
Yeah.
The best folder to Javier Vogt.
I need.
This guy has been on my list for quite some time. And
this
his
like
work is absolutely bonkers. I actually sent one.
I don't
that
know
was
how to
for
describe
sale.
this. It's got a mustache on it. It's got like a little curly mustache for a guard, which I like. Is it an auto?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Wait,
Yeah.
did I
I
miss?
sent one. I had just paid off this credit card, and one went up on Recon One Marketplace.
Oh no.
I sent the link to Brian and to Jake, and I was like, convince me not to buy this. I also sent it to the group. It was not an inexpensive knife, but Brian, what did you think of that thing?
It's awesome.
Yeah,
No doubt.
that is a beautiful thing. I did, you brought up an interesting point because the one thing that stood out is that it wasn't a very traditional katana shape in that katana handle, but I do think that proportionately it worked better with having that almost scimitar shape going to it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I just with the handle the way it was,
That
I think
handle.
it would look awesome
Oh my
with
God.
with the katana shape to it too.
Yeah. I mean, this guy is definitely on my list of knives to own something from. He's a pleasant
Yeah.
guy too.
I'm on his Instagram. Geez, some of these are beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's been around
was
a while.
not familiar
I'm
with
glad
him.
I didn't expect him to I thought he'd fly under the radar at Blade. I don't think he's been there a couple times. I'm so glad that he won, best folder.
Yeah, they really don't get these custom knives ones wrong. Like that looks very much worthy of winning that.
Correct.
ProTech Prince Customs won Best New Maker. That
Yes,
one looks
and-
quite nice, actually. I wasn't super sold on his stuff
Yes.
before, but that one looks pretty decent.
Yeah, that thing is amazing with the corkscrew and everything built into it.
I had no idea there was a corkscrew in it until
Yeah.
I saw this photo.
Yeah, incredible.
I like how nothing won Best Collaboration. Did no one submit, or was everything bad? I don't know.
Italy won again.
No, for custom knives.
I know. Yeah,
I don't. So, I mean, these are just all nice. The best tactical folder is what I scrolled down to. Brian Brown.
Yes, you do.
I don't know this maker, and
Yeah,
Yes, you do.
I've had some
What?
of his knives. He's
I know
sent
Craig
me
Brown.
knives before to check out, and I've posted pictures, and we've known him for a while.
most people. It's funny because most people don't know who Craig Brown is, but they know who Brian Brown is. Brian Brown, he has some a Riot collab as well.
wow, I'm off here. I didn't know that. All right.
He does the more Warncliffe. He does a lot
Yeah.
of Warncliffe style blades.
All right, that's probably why I tuned out.
He's
the
a
one
really
that's-
good guy.
He's a good dude
Shown,
too.
the one that won looks pretty nice.
And the knives are. He does make a good knife for sure.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
And he's been following this podcast for quite some time as well. So, shout out to Brian Brown. I do want to do more episodes with
He'd
some
be a good
guests
guest.
too. I think the next one we should have Gavin Hawk on, but that's my goal for the next one. And Eric Glesser did agree to do a show. So,
Is it just going to be us berating him about tooling costs?
he was like, do you guys actually like us?" And I was like, "Oh my god, yes, 100%."
Yes, but we have some questions.
We have questions. You know.
I'm really glad that Chuck Adradis won Best of the Rest award for the for the Marlin knife.
If there's a knife maker that is just deserving of an award,
Some
doesn't even
award.
matter
Doesn't
what
matter
it
what
is.
the award is.
Chuck Adritis.
I
That's
also love
another
that
guy
it's
I
the-
want to have on the show. He's just such a sweet guy. And
best
so
of the
talented.
rest.
So talented. I actually made it a point to go handle that Marlin knife. It is truly a work of art.
Brian, you going to take that one fishing next time?
Yeah, I doubt that. That's probably pretty pricey.
It was beautiful.
It looks very ergonomic.
It worked beautifully. And the way he had a lot of the Zerk anodized had like a chatoyance. Like
All right,
almost
Jim
like it
Skelton.
was fish scale thing going on.
I
I actually did like a thing on my Instagram where I did a mini interview with Chuck and showed off that knife.
I think he took the you must cut down a tree with this herring a little too literally and made a fish knife. Monty Python? No one? All right, moving on.
I'm with you there. I wonder where that fish could be.
Just got quiet.
My air
A
turned
fish?
off.
A fish.
My central
fishy.
air turned off.
Oh.
Okay.
Look, I was
All right,
with
so
you. Don't
The
give
summary
me shit.
here: another year of terrible production awards.
Did you see the best sword?
Yes, it is a nice sword.
Do you guys want to see another nice sword? That sounded wrong. Go to Ron Best's.
Oh
Instagram.
yeah, that Ron Best one is nuts.
There's two. There's two.
Ron Best has
he
always
did like
made
an
crazy
elvish
stuff,
sword,
though.
and he did a katana. They are
Ron-
both the best.
I will send it in the chat. Ron, everyone knows he's amazing, right? Like at this point,
His
Actually,
actually, I take that back. He's only got like
I mean,
10,000
shit.
followers.
Yeah. Brian,
Yeah.
check this thing out.
I don't even want to know
I've seen it.
what this cost. Jesus, this thing. Is so-
seen it.
Does he do the engraving too?
I don't think so, because I remember when he was showing the build of this, it didn't have any of the engraving, and it still looked like a freaking masterpiece. And now,
Yeah, this is just insane.
and if you go one previous, it's a different sword. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah. This man
So-
knows how to make a sword.
Yeah, good swords.
Jeez. Yeah, Ron Best is
Which-
insane.
Where is he? Wow. Oh.
I sent it in the
go into
in the
the
Riverside chat. Just wild. I wonder what this. I would love to know what this sold for.
I don't even want to know.
I'm guessing. I don't know.
30?
30,000? Yeah, at least. I was gonna say somewhere between 30 and 50,000, but we'll never know.
I was going on because truthfully, like Ron Best stuff is still kind of under the radar price wise. It's not like for what you get. It's not that. It's not that insane.
It's 4 digits, not 5 digits, from what I've seen,
Correct.
and that is kind of shocking.
I mean, yeah, he has some just regular folders at $5,000, and they look like they're $20,000 knives. I don't.
Yeah.
Get it.
Yes.
I wonder what his non-tactical, his art knives. Like, if you go far enough back in his Instagram, you can see the art knives with all the the crazy inlaying that they do on art knives. I wonder what those are. I'm guessing still probably underpriced for the talent level.
Is that a ballet song?
What else was there?
Could be.
A Bally song, like a song from Bally.
Can we talk about how one thing that was unfortunately not a victim of the pandemic was the Balisong competition at Blade?
Oh my god!
It was just as
They
cringy as
they
ever.
were still there in droves for
Yes.
sure.
Nothing will keep them away.
It's
It
very
was-
true. I feel like everyone has a ballet song competition now too.
And
You always see them like just in like little groups.
who
in
is
various
attending?
corners.
It's just them, though. No one cares. No one wants to see this but them.
No, people do.
I don't want to meet those people, then.
They don't. They're socially inept anyway.
Yeah,
Have
stay
you ever
away from
met,
me.
Have you ever met like aside from like the Blade Runner Systems guys who are like incredibly pleasant people, but they're in the business of selling
No.
stuff to the ballet crew. I have never met a ballet song enthusiast with any sort of social decorum.
Well, they're all 16-year-old kids, and all
Yeah.
16-year-old kids right now, they don't even have to fucking talk to people.
No, they're just going to let their
Lemon,
sick
who-
skills.
Who is this Willie Knives
speaks
that
for
won
them.
the Industry Achievement Award, and they're apparently only right in Delaware?
Yeah, I saw that. I was not familiar with it. It looks like some... judging by their website, it looks like they've been around a while.
What
I'm
is
guessing
it?
that's
Which
part
one
of
is it?
The Industry Achievement Award went to a place called Willie Knives.
It's a store,
it's
and
a,
it's right in
store.
Delaware.
Sells knives.
And
The website tells you everything you
trying
need
see
to
how
know.
far it is. Maybe we should take a ride.
Yeah,
I
Greenwood,
know a
Delaware.
way to get there
Greenwood.
with an engine in the rear, where it belongs.
Ugh.
To get you there twice. Well, they're a CRK dealer, so that's a good sign.
I don't know. You could probably put this engine in your rear.
It's already flesh colored.
Jake, you need to put the flesh-colored
Yeah.
engine in your front so that you have a front engine as well.
Oh boy,
It's a ballast. It'll
It's-
just balance out the weight distribution.
It's
get close to that 50-50.
down as far as south as Rehoboth, Levon. We were just talking about Rehoboth the other day. Yeah.
So, Baywood. Maybe we should just take a golf cart.
Sadly, it's
They look like they sell some modern stuff, so...
It's not. It's probably
it's
could be
more
worth
than a day trip. It's also nowhere near Rehoboth.
could
It's all the way on
definitely
the
do
other
it.
side of the state. It's just that far south, so it's
Yeah.
probably 3 hours away. Let's see directions.
I doubt we'll end up going anytime soon.
Yeah. Well, shout out to them. They
Yeah.
won an award.
Well, at least we get to look forward to him
2.5
talking about it every
2.5
episode for the
hours.
next year.
It's a day trip, if ever I heard one.
Let's see. You know what? This is totally unrelated, but it went up on Blade HQ today. Let me see if it was Blade HQ for his GP knives. Blade HQ, the concept little main street with the American flag G10 made in China.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's so good. The cynicism.
Oh. That
American.
is...
Let me just toss that in the chat. American flag G10.
I like that they have a Tiffany blue G10.
Yeah.
It
But,
looks like they just dyed some of their G10 that color somehow.
Yeah.
I got a couple concept knives in the mail yesterday.
Some of them look like they're getting better. Some of them still look bad.
There's one Jelly Jerry design that I got that is... I don't really know how to say this without... It's one of the ugliest knives I've ever seen in my life.
Is it their Cybertruck inspired larger folder that's also up on Blade
it's
HQ?
inspired by...
Look at this abortion.
Wait, what? Go back to that name though. Jelly what?
Jelly
Oh,
Jerry.
yeah. Jelly Jerry.
That is a knife designer of
I
such
think-
illustrious designs as I don't know, some Tucson bullshit.
It is in fact that knife, but way worse. Can I send a picture to the chat in here? Or no?
They do
No, you might
have
to
it.
send it in Hangouts.
They do have it
unfortunately.
It's not even worth it.
in your exact same colorway.
It looks like the lasered stretch marks on the one that I got. I think they were going for like a faux Timascus thing.
There you go.
They probably
that
were
it?
going for a
Yeah,
faux Timascus
that's-
thing.
That's
Oh,
what
I know which one you're talking about. That horrible
it's the
faux
one
Timascus finish.
It's the one that Jake just sent to the group.
Oh, okay.
Keep in mind, I
Yeah,
didn't ask for this. I didn't ask them.
I
to
do
send
kind of like
anything.
their new pouch though.
The fake laser Timascus.
The other thing they gave me is pretty nice. It's like a micarta handled front flipper with a really nice blade shape and nice
Yeah, this
action.
one's horrific.
But this is so ugly.
I
mean, truthfully, like the knife works. The knife works. It locks up. You can theoretically hold it and cut stuff with it.
You can theoretically, but not literally, hold it.
Yes.
They need to. We haven't said this in a while. They need to 360 windmill slam dunk this shit right into the trash can.
Into
this
the
is
trash.
bad.
And I will be giving that feedback to Can't
No, give it away. That seems like
I
a
wanna
great
saw
giveaway
it.
knife.
I'm definitely going to give it away.
It's
No, what,
Sogs.
Is that the
new
OTF?
bell.
It's not very good.
The reviews are not exactly
No,
positive.
it's not good. I handled it
I'll
as
just
Blade
keep
Show.
waiting
I was
for
excited
that
about it.
infidel
and
to
it
come
was
back then.
unremarkable.
Nothing
just
on
build-
Blade HQ ever has like under 4 stars, and the infidel or not the infidel, the SOG Pentagon has 3.5 stars, which basically means it's a 1-star knife. Yikes!
Pretty bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we were going over this. One of the reviews is titled "Self-Destructing Knife."
That's right.
Yeah. No,
I think we talked
not
about
good.
that on our... Did we talk about that on the YouTube?
We talked that on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah, not good.
It's not
Did
good.
you just send something else? And why are you, Jake, why are you talking like
You gotta
that?
bump that gain up. Yeah. Oh yes. What is this weird? Like,
Oh my god, it's $425?
oh, I didn't look at that part.
Am I still quiet? Do you want me to move the...
It's also available as an automatic knife, though. That's the important part.
My snowball.
Is going on here? Do you want a knife that looks like a leaf and it comes in a box with a leaf cut out so when you look at it, it doesn't look like there's a knife in it at all? Because here's your knife!
I meant to say earlier how strongly I approve of Ulticlip winning Best Accessory. And I'm still a big fan of Ulticlip.
Okay.
I bought a bunch
Oh,
more.
there we
still
go. There's
stuck.
one good award. Yeah, this fern-inspired knife is not... Someone's got to explain to me why this is $425. Is it like a handmade custom?
I know why. Jake Hoback.
What is that? What is that? What does Jake Hoback have to do with it?
Absolutely nothing. Except that it costs way more than...
Oh,
What it's
then it's
supposed
worth?
to look like.
Okay,
Then
so
it's
yeah,
worth.
we're getting it. It's a Hobackian situation here.
Hobackian Stitch.
Yeah. All right.
I still
That
can't
makes
get
sense
over.
now.
Can you pull up that thing, that little piece of scrap metal that he was selling,
Yes. I hope
and
DLT
show that,
still
and
has
just show that to the group? Because
Yeah, you guys
Jake
gotta
and
see
Brian
this.
need to see this thing. It's a highway robbery.
Let's okay. Let's see if I can find it. Yes, the main squeeze. Got it. All right.
Brian, where do you see?
This is an insult to John Gray and the reputable makers who make fish hooks out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is a lasered out piece of steel with an edge on it. It's not even ground, and it's $165.
What kind of steel is it?
AEBL.
Yeah, it's kind of pricey.
That's it.
That's a diplomatic Brian answer, like saying, wow.
I like Jake. I've never had a problem with him. He's always been a nice guy. But yeah, that's
something.
So here's the thing about it. You can tell that it was just made from. They probably were lasering larger knives out of a piece of AEBL, and that thing just kind of fit
in between.
What's with
in between.
Look at the cutout.
Which, hey, I'm all for.
The cutout that's like behind the hole in the center. It's not. It looks like it was done by hand. It's like more than a burr.
Yeah, there's a big burr there.
There's burrs
more than a
everywhere
burr
on that
because
thing. Are you kidding?
Guys, it doesn't have a
The thing
grind
is just
on
literally a burr.
it. It's a piece of steel with an edge on it. It's like a machete from El Salvador.
Yeah, I'd rather have the machete.
How big is it?
Like 2
like
inches?
this big? Like this? I think it's actually like this big.
The blade is oh wow, the blade length 3.75
large.
inches.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
so it is big.
7 inches overall.
No.
Let me. I keep forgetting we have a soundboard. Let me just
No.
bring that one out.
Now, what I would like you to share with the class, Dave,
Yeah.
is the Rockstead.
Oh wait, which one? Oh, the Rockstead.
You know the one.
The
Yes.
little neck knife. That's $400.
Yes, please show that to the group.
We are just retreading
Yes, but
always good old content.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. It is 1.875 inches. The blade. The Rockstead shoe. Let me find an entry
Wait,
for
the
it.
blade length on the Rockstead is that?
Here
much?
it is.
Or
Yes,
I got it on
the,
the
the blade
DLT.
length of the Rockstead is
It's
1.75
$465.
inches.
Wow.
It makes that stupid leaf knife look like an absolute bargain.
But it's going to be so exciting to be at the shows and watching the guy cut that 1-inch rope with that little.
Yes. Still, it cut the paper.
Was Rockstead at Blade this year doing their demonstration?
I have no idea.
Does anyone want to see that demonstration anymore? I don't think so.
Also, shout out to DLT Trading. We'll have links in our description for a lot of really good, reputable dealers. And any purchases made using any of our links does benefit the podcast.
So do.
Very helpful.
So do.
And what's nice is you don't have to make the purchase right away. It's anytime you click that within 30 days, you make a purchase, it helps out the podcast.
Is it just me, or is there not a lot going on in the knife world right now, in terms of, slow summer?
Well, you know how it is. It's always this time of year, and we talk about how it's the end days. It's the time of the end.
Random things. The Blade Show thefts. We should probably touch on that briefly. I don't know what there is to say other than.
Wait, what do you mean thefts? There's more than one?
Didn't that guy steal more than one knife?
Oh yeah, big time.
Oh yeah.
I don't know the full story. So
And he was there working with. It was somebody who was hired and working there with a very reputable company.
Yeah, and apparently was the administrator of like a Facebook fan group for some knives, too, which is funny.
Yeah. And he was basically just stealing knives, and he would go around, and he was there that night. I remember we had just left as he was coming over to the table that we were hanging out at in the pit, and he stole a couple people's knives. So the one guy, one of the guys who was repping Knife Nuts the whole time, got his knife stolen. Got it back.
How?
But,
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. He actually got arrested.
And he got arrested
really?
at the
That's
show.
awesome.
Mm-hmm. But that's not the most tragic thing, because the same guy apparently is now incarcerated for a much worse crime. For I don't know if it was an accidental discharge of a gun in an apartment complex, but it led to the death of a 7-year-old girl.
Dude.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Mm-hmm. How bad is that?
Yikes.
So, pretty terrible.
Yeah.
So this guy is kind of the scum of the earth.
Yeah, kind of glad he's been arrested.
I'm not even going to grace him with an allegedly.
Yeah, that's well, he definitely didn't. It's not alleged that he got arrested at Blade, so
No.
No. He should
Yikes.
do himself
I mean,
a
it's-
favor, just hang himself in jail.
Yeah. Yeah.
people
I
do
kinda
always
feel the
talk
same
about
way.
the thefts in at Blade. That like this is not necessarily an uncommon occurrence, which is just like blows my mind.
And it really,
Well-
that's the thing, is that you think you're there with, because the majority of people are so pleasant and
Yeah.
there for the same reason and so respectful.
But it's a
of each
numbers
other's
game. When you
property.
get that many people
You don't-
together,
It's hard to keep track.
you're going to get a few.
It's hard to keep track of all that shit too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have 10 knives or 15 knives or 20 knives on the table. You have 6 guys, 10 guys standing around, and they start handing one to another. It's like it's tough to keep track of
Yeah,
it.
people ask, "Hey, you didn't bring much?" Of course, I didn't bring a lot of stuff this time. It's like I can't keep track of the knives when I bring them here. I just had the stuff I picked up there and brought a couple of the Russian stuff for people to fondle, and that was it.
SHOT Show gets the same shit, except SHOT Show's in Vegas, so they have cameras on everything, so they catch the
Everything.
people every time. It's like, what the fuck?
But you also have members of the gun community there, which I would probably say has a lot more scumbags in it.
Yeah, which is hard to top the knife world in terms of scumbags.
Yes.
Maybe cars, the automotive hobby probably is up there too.
Subaru owners.
Yeah, just that entire category of people.
Is that my head gasket or my vape pen? I can't tell where the smoke's coming from.
Yeah, I love that meme.
Yes, it's so good.
This is somewhat related, but apparently, it sounds like the USN show is kind of not really does not hold the weight that it used to. From what I'm seeing, I think I'm banned from the USN for some, I don't know, I violated some rule accidentally, but it doesn't sound like there's a lot of enthusiasm around the gathering anymore.
Wait, rewind. Why are you banned from the USN?
I don't know. You like I think
Were
I
you stealing
violated
knives?
some. I think I violated some rule in the ZT forum. I don't know. The place is run like it's locked down harder than North Korea in there. I was never a big USN guy. I'm sorry if I offended
the USN
brothers.
The USN forum, not the USN
Yes.
show.
No, I've never been to the show.
Did you guys think for that
yeah.
for a second? Like he was banned from the
That would be
USN
worse.
gathering?
I knew from the forum, but
Yeah, no.
Oh.
I don't know if there was. I don't remember who posted it. It might have been Knife Haters or whatever. Did not seem like many people were excited about the USN show or Planet Hollywood.
Well, a lot
I've
of the
never
people
been
that
to
were-
that hotel.
Well, a lot of the people that were supposed to be able to go this year are now again not able to go.
Fair.
So Lee Lerman and stuff are still not able to go.
I can't keep
Yeah,
track of
skip
where
the
these
shit
shows
show.
have been moved to. Like Blade Show West is in, well, it's still in California. I don't know. It's somewhere else.
The saddest one is the New York show is now.
Yeah, the New York
Dallas,
show is
too,
in
yeah.
Nashville.
That was one we could at least always count on being there together. You know.
Yeah, I'm disappointed. And it was convenient, which is why I went.
Mm-hmm.
But
We always had a
that
good
one's
time too.
disappointing.
It was
Yeah, I mean it's a
always
pretty
fun.
good show.
Yeah.
So it was a very nice marriage of convenience, but yeah, I'm disappointed that one's not happening. Well, it's happening. It's just not happening where it's supposed to happen.
Correct. Well, it's happening where it's supposed to happen.
Okay, but it's not happening in New York.
Right.
That's the important part.
Yes. Well, the New York Knife Show was always in New Jersey. At
And
least for
also,
recent history.
good
too,
point.
so.
well, no, it wasn't always. It was in New
I-
York, and then
I
Yeah.
should say that at least I said in recent history.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Christ.
So Brian, what's next on the agenda? I feel like I'm all Knife Show talked out,
Me
and
too.
it's been a kind of a slow, it's a slow time of the year for knife news. So What's next on your plate?
I have that other void-ish type of knife that I showed. That's probably going to be my next knife. I don't know. I really wanted to. I
still haven't seen the final design of that thing because you showed like I think
I
like
just
a rough
drawing.
Yeah.
I just showed a plain version of it, and something changed a little bit since then. But I wanted to do it in mid-August. I'm debating now. I don't know. It's this next run is so big, it's got me kind of nervous. So.
Do you think it would be beneficial to wait for the till after the delivery of the Tempests?
Yes and no. I mean, I'd like to do it that way, but if I do it that way, and the Tempest starts running real late, that means I got to actually get into the shop and fucking work, and that sucks.
Well, you've been producing some pretty cool looking daggers. You did that one for your buddy. What's his face?
Anthony from Gun for Hire.
Yeah, from Anthony. Yeah.
He always
was that like
my balls for red and black, and for years I told him you can't do red and black. I said I can do it, but I got to.
He was the red anodizing. That was the guy. So, what did you end up? Was it just like
that was one of the guys?
Was it like a red Cerakote on that inlay?
No, it was G10.
It's G10.
Yeah. It looks really nice though.
It does look.
I did it with the darker G10 first, with the darker red G10 first, and I liked it maybe even more, but it didn't match his logo. He wanted it to match his kind of his business colors.
The frame was Zerk, or was it?
No, or was it Cerakoted titanium?
Cerakoted tie. It looked good.
It does look really good, especially because I haven't seen one in with the G10. Is this the first G10 inlay one?
I've done G10 before, but most people don't like G10.
Yeah, it's understandable,
especially on $1,700 knives, or
Yeah, very recent.
I've seen you use G10.
I've used G10 before, but not. Again,
I wasn't sure on the dagger.
Not often.
I think it was on a dagger. I think you did some jade.
Yeah, I did a couple. Mm-hmm. Which is G10 is good shit, and you get to have different colors, and you get to, depending on how you machine it, you can get different effects in it. But people don't like it.
Brian, you had that. What was that? What was that mini typhoon doing that you posted the other day? Because you're just tempting fate with posting that and being like, "Do people remember these?" Because everyone wants one.
Yeah, I have the guy John, from Riyadh, their American rep. He's been asking me for a knife for a while, and I wanted to make him something nice, but he came the other day and said, "I'd really like this knife." And so I looked, and I had a couple frames that were pretty much done. I had a couple blades that were done that I just never got around to putting together. And once I move on, I never get back to doing it because it's never. I always have a couple parts that are missing. I got to make inserts, and now I got to fucking set up to make 3 inserts and harden them and go through all that bullshit. So, but he's a good guy, and he helped me out, and so I made it for him. So I have one more that's going to probably go together, and that's it. Ooh. I mean, I do have that. I do have that San Mai one too, but I don't feel like making a backspacer for it. Same thing with the chicane. I had that one weird colored chicane. Wait, was that a chicane? Yeah, and same deal. I got to make an insert for it, but I don't want to fucking set up to make one insert that I need and have to go through hardening it and tempering it and all that bullshit. So it sits on my wall and mocks me.
Hopefully, just admitting to this stuff on the podcast is going to be detrimental to your DM inbox, and by proxy, my DM inbox.
I was going to say, I've been getting less and less of that stuff. I think people starting to understand. I get
they just asked.
I got a lot of, "Can you make this?" And now people are starting to understand that I just as much as I'd like to make things for people. To make things to order is nothing but a fiasco. So it just doesn't make sense for me,
Somebody was like, "Hey, just checking to see if Brian has any hardware for X knife," and I'm like, probably not, but maybe you'd be better served asking Brian this question.
They need to go through his proxy.
I'm sure they did, because in the past 2 weeks, I've shipped out probably 6 pivots for the chicane, or no, not chicane, for the Void XL Tempest. Not Tempest, yeah, Void XL Tempest.
I'm so depressed that I don't have a Void XL right now.
They are very cool. Also, if you need to get rid of that mini Typhoon Sam Mai blade, I know someone who'll take it. Just me. If it just drops in. I don't even care if it doesn't. If it just has terrible blade play, I'm totally fine with it.
That's probably the first mirror finish I was ever able to really get. That's the only mirror finish that I ever...
Yeah, it's really nice.
Looks like mirror. So.
Logan, how's your new Russian custom knife?
Awesome. Like, really good.
Igor... I don't know his last name.
Some Russian Kov.
Russian Kov.
Yeah, close enough.
It's super nice. Yeah. I think it's Alenkov or something like that. Can you pull it up?
Yeah. Let me send it. It's
very nice.
That's a cool one.
It's super good. And I thought it was going to be
the
good.
hand rub reminds me a lot of Brian's. It's very good.
It's this one.
Yeah, no, that's a neat knife. Were they? Yeah. Is it expensive or is he still reasonable? Because he's not super well known.
I mean, it's not cheap.
Average.
It's expensive.
Above average.
Oh,
what would you say? What would you think it cost?
I mean, it's titanium, right? And it's hand rubbed / mirror. I don't know. I'm guessing like $1,200.
Oh yeah, you're like right on. I think
okay.
It was like $1,100.
Yeah, that seems to be where the custom knife world is at. Also, what are you doing with Ian with these CMF ones? They look very nice.
Those are two custom knives that were done as a proof of concept for Riot.
Oh.
So Riot will be making those knives, and I'm just working with him to do hopefully do an exclusive version of whatever production knife comes out of that. So we'll see what happens.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Well,
Ian's a local guy, so
yeah,
it'll be fun to do something with him.
Oh wait, how did the mini cannons go?
Mini cannons
sell.
There's still a couple available. I didn't expect them to blow out, no pun intended. But I know he sold a few, and there are only 10 of them. So, if there's any other crossover between the knife nuts and the people who want functional miniature cannons, the limited knife nuts one I think is $180. You buy it on his website, and you can get it for $20 more. You can get a mirror polished barrel.
Wait, when did we get American flag stickers?
I ordered American flag stickers.
Okay, it fits with the cannon.
It fits with the cannon.
I feel like Brian would enjoy these, actually.
I sent him...
I really was thinking about getting one. I just don't... Legally, in New Jersey, I don't even know if I can have that.
It's like a zip gun.
The way he ships it is so... What you'd have to do is you could ship it to me and I'll just bring it to you. Because
I'll definitely be blowing that off in my front yard at birds.
Yes, you will. Oh, you definitely... Don't shoot it.
Yeah, this seems right up your alley.
Oh, you'll love it. I know you
will.
I'm obsessed with mine.
I think I have to make one myself, though. I want to make a railgun version of it.
This guy's going to have competition in the mini reenactment cannon market?
The dude,
he's gonna be devastated.
Alex, he's such a cool dude. He's been following this podcast for quite some time, and this was like a little passion project, so...
They're awesome.
To Mini Cannon Tech. It's so nicely made too.
It really is.
The fact he went out of his way to find a really cool purple automotive paint. It's like a Mopar plum crazy purple that he sits and sprays all of the. I think is it walnut? I can't remember what the maple. What the frames are made of. The carriage as what it's called.
And it's
very, very cool.
It's breech loading?
Yes.
It gives a little ramrod and shit with it?
You get a little ramrod.
little tamper, and then the wick,
Yep. Oh, they're fun, man.
and a tiny amount of black powder.
You
That's
get
so
it.
cool.
Yep. And he said, so there's guidance, like what he'll tell you is the way to. But when I'm texting him, he's like, dude, oh no, you can load that thing up. Like you can just pour the gunpowder, the black powder into the top if you want.
A smoothbore?
It's smooth bore, yeah.
Imagine if it was rifled.
Rifled. Well, with the little, it still does 500 feet per second.
Jesus, that's it's just a zip gun.
Yeah.
We have no legal affiliation with Mini Cannon Tech or whatever you do with it. Putting the disclaimer in there.
They do have to ship ground.
Let's just throw some allegedlys in here.
Yes, but Jake and I were experimenting with it, and then I had it out with another friend in my backyard, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's loud. I mean, I would say like when you pack a good amount of gunpowder in there, it's like a 22. I would say it's very similar to sounding like a 22
and the weight of the
going off.
projectile times the speed of the projectile, it is not far off of a 22. Yeah.
A 22.
That is wild.
Definitely do some. If you're able to hit the target, like it does take some.
You just got to figure out which. You got to figure out
some sighting in.
Is the muzzle rising and the projectile is aiming higher than you expected? I don't know. Did we ever really figure that out?
He's got some great videos on his website of it firing. There's a bunch.
I prefer to maybe have a mortar where you actually just drop
you
it down.
aim it up, and it just becomes that. Just seems very It seems very devastating, like in terms of like stray firearm bullets or stray armaments falling from the sky.
Yeah, don't recommend that one. The Knife Nuts podcast does not officially recommend you do that.
Aim it into some.
Shoot it into
woods.
a lake.
Well, what if I bounce it to the bottom of my drone and figure out a way to, electrically
A drone
light the
cannon?
fuse? I think the recoil would just explode your drone.
That's why I want to see this.
Do you actually have a drone? Which one did you get?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh no, it's the Drone Nuts
Turn this into a
podcast.
drone show, do it.
It's already the Mini Cannon Nuts podcast.
The DJI Mavic Air 2.
Oh, you didn't go cheap. You went with the real drone.
Yeah,
No, the
pretty cool.
Mavic's the diet one.
Yeah, but DJI is still like the
Right.
legit company, right? From
It
my
is.
very limited knowledge on this.
Correct.
I mean, it's like how much more money are you going to spend on it to get a good one, for what I'm doing with it. I'm not doing nothing with it, really.
Yeah.
Well, you might be mounting miniature cannons to it.
No, that's cool. Do you take any videos or pictures, and what do you do with it?
Yeah, yesterday or 2 days ago, while my son was doing jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai, I chased deer around the field by his
Nice.
school with it. So I videoed
Flying
flying at deer.
Post some of that. That sounds entertaining. Post that on Instagram or something.
But you can't because you start posting that shit on Instagram, then you have to get the 107 license.
All right, just send it to us. Then.
So it's like, it's just not worth posting any of that shit and dealing with
Jersey.
New Jersey.
that. I don't know if that's a New Jersey thing. I think that's a United States thing.
Let's just say I don't
Yeah,
have
it's
to worry
air.
about it, but
It's
apparently
FAA.
you do.
Oh, I forgot the sovereign nation of Jakesburg, where no rules apply.
No, because he's not. My Instagram is commercial. So if you do anything commercial with it, then you're fucked.
Right.
All
So
right,
knives.
Important news. Oh no, knives. No, this is the Tweezers podcast now.
Oh,
Very
yeah, we're
important
talking about
news. Bob
Trezzola.
Trezzola has new tweezers, and they are officially available.
They're officially available after 2 years of SHOT Show debuting. The Trezzola tweezers are now available.
Never underestimate the complexity of making tweezers. It took Civivi 2 full years of R&D to get these $25 tweezers out.
Listen, with
Very good.
3 girls in my house, all I hear about is where the fuck are the tweezers constantly. I must have
Get 'em
9
some
pairs of
Terzola
tweezers. in my
tweezers.
house.
Yeah, I just sent in the chat. Do they need some tactical tweezers, though?
Yeah, just what I want. I want them losing, $200 tweezers now.
No, these are a reasonable $25. Also, they probably need blackwash tweezers because
Ooh, I actually kinda
everyone
like
needs
them.
blackwash tweezers.
Also available on GP Knives. Please use our link.
We know you're not going to buy one, but if you choose to, please
If you
do.
choose to, use one of our links to get them.
They just dropped all the new Wii and Civivi stuff, actually. Justin Lundquist has the Eidolon, which is a very cool-looking little knife.
Yes.
The
I do
Grey
believe
G10 integral.
I
Very
do
nice.
believe a V-ground version of the Black Void Opus is coming too.
Oh, nice. It's a very distinct design. They're all way too small. I'll never buy any of them, but they look really nice.
I like these tweezers.
Good for him.
I like them too.
My joke has
them.
backfired.
I mean,
Everyone likes the tweezers.
Well, you said $25, and all of a sudden they're, not bad.
I mean, they're probably better than any tweezers that we currently have.
Did any comparably priced tweezers?
I would rather spend $26.
I do find the fact that
I'd
they're
rather spend
black
$26 on a heavy duty pair of tweezers that work well than buy a new $4 pair of tweezers every year for my whole life, which is how it seems to go. I'll give them a try.
This has totally backfired on me. The tweezers are good.
The tweezers are good.
You hot, Levon?
I'm so warm.
You're just roasting it there.
I'm so
All right,
warm.
let me think of some other topics we could think about. We could talk about. I'm the world's foremost expert on this one Prometheus Design Works knife. Now that I have bought 3 different variations of the exact same knife, and consecutively sold them.
Subsequently sold
That's
them?
right. And
Yeah.
you were talking about the micarta on there.
Yes. Oh, yeah. No, I do want to talk about this. So Prometheus Design Works has this Loveless inspired folder that they won't tell you is made by Best Tech, but is made by Best Tech, and it's pretty good. It's overpriced, but it's a nice design. It's called the STS, and
So-
it came with the worst micarta finishing I have ever seen. Saying the word finishing implies that they did something to it after it came off the mill, which is just not true. It looked terrible.
So, David, I actually have access to Best Tech's material list, the stuff that they get, and they have 2 different distinct areas of micarta that you can pick from. They have the Chinese micarta, which is what you have.
Oh, no.
And then they have American micarta, which is what you don't have.
Oh, no. I got the Chinese micarta?
You got the Chinese micarta. Bro.
Oh.
Yeah, and it definitely
The
has
Chicarta?
it has an extra fuzzy feel to it.
This shit was so fuzzy. It was.
It's very fuzzy.
It reminds me of, there's that saying in Silicon Valley, fuck it, ship it. That's they just took this off the mill. They're like, fuck it, just put it on and sell it. They won't care.
It's exactly what they did.
It
does get better if you oil it.
It was. Yeah, so it is very porous. I had to oil it a bunch. I ended up just, hitting it with some 600 grit sandpaper. But let me send a photo actually of what I'm talking about.
It looks like it's got moss growing on it.
What if you took a little torch and just hit it real quick to burn off that fuzz shit?
Also an idea.
That is
Burnish it.
You know what
a
that
little
is?
scary when you're have a $380
I know
knife
that.
you can't replace
That
the scale
is
on.
exactly
Gotta
what
move
came
fast.
on the micarta Boker Quaken from back in the day.
Yep. Oh yeah. The very first one they released a million years ago.
That's correct.
And they just keep changing very small things about this knife, but otherwise I'm happy with it. But I just really had to highlight how awful the micarta finishing was, and I'm sure PDW will say that's proprietary technology. Their micarta finishing.
Gives you grip.
Quite a tell.
Yeah. There we go. I need that grip for tactical
Hector
work.
has not stopped barking downstairs. Just has not stopped barking
Doesn't surprise me.
at all. The whole time. We have knives to give away. We
We do have knives to give away. We have
So
not
we're gonna
forgotten about everyone.
We're going to give away 2 knives, and we realize that some people may have who were contributors to our China D2 for you tier of Patreon have been contributing from 2 months past, so they're still, as long as you were contributing for the past 2.5, 3 months, you're still going to be included in these giveaways. So that's how we're going to do this. Our Patreon is still active. You still get some cool perks for joining, including some ridiculous bonus content that we recorded prior to this. So be sure to check that out. It's
very stupid.
It is very stupid. But we have some very cool knives to give away. So the first knife we're giving away is the Reich Thor. Which number is it?
7.
7. With the integral bolster and G10 area. Very, very cool knife. Black G10, titanium bolster. I think N690 steel. I can't remember.
I believe 154 cm.
154 cm, even better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we're going to be giving that away. Do you have it handy and you can show it to people?
Oh, do I ever?
Nice. There it is. Give us a little flip.
There
it is.
Pretty nice.
Very cool.
It is
knife.
very good. I quite like it. I thought it was going to be a stupid gimmick knife. Well, not a stupid gimmick knife, because I like the gimmick stuff that Reich does, but it's actually quite a good EDC knife.
Mm-hmm.
I like it so much I bought the more expensive version.
Which is
With
why
that
this one
390.
is now a giveaway.
Yep. So this one has never been used.
Very, very cool. So, are you doing the drawing as well, or
I have them up. Someone generate.
Jay can generate. I'll look at him. I see.
1
to 30.
6.
34.
So 34. We've
And
34 people.
generate 3.
Jonathan. I think he won last time.
Just give us the last initial, because then I'll have,
Jonathan H.
5. Jonathan H. Congratulations.
Definitely
You just
won
a
recently.
Thor 7. Hit
Yep.
me up on Instagram to claim your prize. You can do it on Patreon too, but it's not the best way to get a hold of us.
And
Do it on Instagram.
the next one.
And the next giveaway is a brand new Benchmade mini Adamas in the sand color. I don't have one on me, but everybody, you all know what the mini Adamas looks like. So brand new, pretty tough to get for a while. So I'm happy to give this one away. Very nice little knife. Very nice little big knife, I should say. It's a smaller knife, but still very substantial.
Shall we generate again?
You can go ahead and generate another winner. Yes. Don't you have a soundboard?
Oh, yeah, hold on.
Okay.
About time.
Yeah, oh, wait, I have to put it on repeat.
Story.
Jake hasn't gotten it yet. There we go.
Number 2.
Oh my god!
8.
What number is it? All right, there we go. Jesus.
Wow. Look at the counting.
Jacob B.
Jacob B. Congratulations. You just won a mini Adamas.
Nice. See, it was worth supporting us on our.
Is there more than
hiatus.
one? Let me ask you this: is there more than one Jacob B in that list?
No, I don't think so.
Is there more than
Jonathan H?
one Jonathan H in that list?
I don't think so.
And remember, we have a lot of great patrons. Our giveaways are for our China D2 for you tier
And above.
and above.
No one has
There aren't
ever
that
taken
many.
us up on the $5,500 one to live a day in Brian's life. or whatever.
Brian's
It's-
life. Basically, you just wear him like a suit. Yes, it's the Brian Nadeau VR experience.
Yes. They just get to hang out with you for a day.
Yes.
Yeah. Spend a day with Brian, $5,500, waiting for patrons.
I better get that fucking money.
Oh, what?
You
No
get
one's
some
going
of
to pay
it.
it. That's been up on the Patreon for however long we've had Patreon, 2 years, and if you can believe it, no one has paid it.
No one has paid it.
So surprised.
I know. I mean, at this point, I'm considering it.
Did anyone see this thing behind me?
Yeah, the flag. It's very good.
It is very good.
Good job.
Do we have
merch
that's
to hawk? Do we have anything else? No, we don't.
No. I have some knife stuff. I'm waiting on a shipment of Russian knives that were pre-ordered. Some M390 micarta rockets that people pre-ordered. I might have a few extras to put up on the site. Those were... I don't think I'm going to offer them again because what they cost me to bring in plus what I thought I could sell them, for, it's not really... It doesn't make too much sense to do it because they're still very expensive. So that was a one and done. I have those reptilian scale release, the second run of those coming. One with I didn't realize this at first, but the satin version and the blackwash version actually have two different blade shapes. So
interesting. Yeah, it's more of a drop point.
Yeah, one's a drop point. One's got the buoy. I guess you could say. Those are very cool knives. Dave, I'll be sending you one of those. Dude, you're gonna love it. I'm telling you. You may cut your finger off, but
yes,
you're gonna love it. I have another reptilian knife that's going to be up for sale soon. Again, very affordable. I'll have some extra crystal auroras coming up soon. That's what I was just looking for. And I have one left. I have one in stock, ready to ship. Bronze Horseman in satin. There will also be a launch of a new site, knifenutsmarketplace.com. That's still getting done, and I have some stuff on my end that I have to take care of, including like some of the credit card stuff, because I'm trying not to rely on like PayPal and things like that. So slowly but surely, that's getting taken care of. And there'll be some other neat stuff. There will be what's going to be up there soon is a new front flipper, which I currently have the exclusive rights to sell here. It's another Ivan B design, and it is by the same OEM as the Crystal knives. So they'll be micarta handled front flippers. Very, very cool stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, you'll see them soon. Thank you for listening to me.
The Knife Nuts import spiel.
Correct.
All right, we'll be back in less than 3 months, probably.
Yeah, less than 3 months. And we'll be back on YouTube probably within the next couple days. Doesn't that sound good, Dave?
If my bladder does not explode.
Mine is at the point where it is also going to explode.
This is physically excruciating, this podcast.
That's why I'm happy I'm perspiring, so maybe some of the liquid is actually coming
Dave,
out.
if you weren't drinking out of a fucking fishbowl, maybe you wouldn't have to piss so much.
At least it doesn't look like he's drinking milk this time.
Oh no, I still got it. I still got the milk on me.
This is
Play
why
us out with the
it doesn't work for our theme song.
It's all major keys? Yeah.
It's all major keys, yes.
Okay.
That's terrible. Stop. Please check out the links in the description. Thank you very much to our fabulous patrons for supporting us. Thank you, everyone who listens to our show and has missed us for the past 3 months. Don't forget to check out our Knife Nuts Extras content on YouTube. We're trying to do a little more with that. We're never hard to find. You can always find us. And all of us have our Instagram accounts. Jake might be hard to find. He's pretty hard to find.
I mean, he might be cruising away in the sunset in a rear-engine sports car, so...
Yeah, but he's 's got a Porsche now, so
you're not going to catch him or pound the plebeians.
No.
All right.
Thank you, everybody.
See you in 3 months.
Bye.